Hello. Avery Woodley here. Welcome to Same Team Sundays Super Bowl edition. Don't get excited. There's nothing special coming for Super Bowl. It's just the fact that we are broadcasting. Normally our time will be 7 o'clock, all right? But just in case you all wanted to watch Super Bowl, you have some parties to get to, I decided to move the time up. I'm so excited that you guys are joining me. This is something big. I feel like we're going to go somewhere with Same Team. You know, it's kind of like the meeting ground for men and women so we can join together and kind of just like press forward, have those uncomfortable conversations, which you guys will always hear me say. But yes, okay, so that's what we're doing here. I am sweating, so I may, I'm burning up. I may have to take my sweater off, okay? Get comfortable. We're going to do a little like pregame. We will do this every Sunday, okay? I am basing it off the Same Team, so we'll have team warm-ups and all types of stuff. And since this is the first official live show, there are some things that we're going to do today that we will not normally do, okay? Also, the show will normally run, I don't want to call it a show, but the live will normally go maybe like an hour and a half. I know it's a Sunday afternoon. Some of you guys may be getting ready for the week or whatever. So I'm going to respect your time because I do appreciate you all being here. And we're going to try to get this done in an hour. We will not have any guests. I will be having guests come on and all different types of stuff normally, okay? So this is kind of like the pilot, all right? First off, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate you all. Even those of you who are on here who are just here to hate or to see me fail, I appreciate you as well because even Judas was a part of the plan. There wouldn't be a Jesus if it wasn't a Judas. So thank you for joining me. Okay, really quick. How are you guys doing this Sunday? I want to know how you're doing, what's going on. We do have the chat function. We have the super chat function. All right. So I'm going to be checking the comments. I will not see everything. We will have a lot of interaction within this because it is a team effort. Okay. There's no I in team. So I want to hear from you all and all of that. So I'm going to get to the comments and look. Michael Jones was actually from the Bay Area. Michael, you were the first one in here. All right. So, hey, Michael. Simone, yes, you guys, okay, so Simone is actually in the Netherlands. Simone, go ahead and put where you were at, okay? We connected from another platform, Team No Excuses, that I do with Ray Lewis, and she was a part of this challenge, like 3-day challenge, and we have connected, and she is amazing. Hello, Keita, how are you? That's my sister. That's actually my hairdresser. If you guys have been on Instagram, and seen me try on these like crazy wigs that are like gorgeous. She is the one that custom makes those, okay? She is based out of Houston. All right. Where are you guys? Let me know where you are coming in from. I just want to know. Let me know what's going on this Sunday. Let me know how you were doing. We will be setting the flow of the show. And obviously, as this goes on, I will be tweaking some things along the way. Another thing I want to say is this. Look, I know you all are used to watching these YouTube lives and all this stuff. And there's like crazy intros and outros and music and everything like that. All the bells and whistles, not up in here, okay? I am the bell and whistle right now because this is a struggle for me in itself. Me trying to get on YouTube live and do a show weekly is like teaching those grandparents how to get the kids on Zoom when everybody was at home doing the homeschooling, okay? So I have to make sure my camera battery doesn't go dead. I got to make sure this lighting is right and that I stay on target. So that's all you were getting from me. It is more important for me to build this community and to really honestly build this team more than anything. So you may be getting messages from me. I could be in the car. I could be on the side of a football field, soccer field, or whatever. So it's really about the community. It's really about the Same Team, building a culture around that, spreading that more than, the glitz and the glam. Now, these little graphics that I'm looking at on the screen, Same Team with Avery Woodley, I would say it is my tech support, my assistant, my managing, whatever. It is one person who I'm driving crazy, who is doing all this stuff for me. So I would like to give a shout out to him. Thank you very much. All right. So back to that. No bells and whistles for Same Team Sundays, except for me. Okay. I am the bell and whistle right now. All right. And I have my little notes, and this is the first one. So we're going to go ahead and start just laying that groundwork for what we're going to be doing. You guys know we will be having some crazy, crazy discussions, okay? It's going to get uncomfortable in here for men and for women, but that's the point. We're supposed to meet here and have those conversations. We have to normalize this. These are conversations that really are not taking place a lot of places. They're not taking place in the home, because they definitely need to be had before people get in the home together. They're not taking place at the dinner table, or, you know, girls' night out, or when couples get together, or just within people's groups in their tribes. So this is the place where we're going to do it, okay? The war is going on, and I am right here in the middle, okay, with that target on my back, but I've never been one to back down from a challenge, okay? So first up, we will be doing a team warm-up, all right? During the team warm-up, you already know I am a trainer and a coach, kind of retired. I'm more of a wellness coach, but when I was training people, you know, you have to have a warm-up. Get the body warmed up, get ready for the exercise and whatever you're about to do, get the blood flowing and all of that. For me, mind, body, and soul. You will hear me say it repeatedly. I am all about having a fit mind, fit body, fit soul. So since we are on this team together, yes, if you're on here, even if you're a hater, you're a part of this team right now, okay? So we're going to be checking in, okay? In order to have a strong, successful team and for us to achieve what we're going to set out to do, I want to make sure that we're all in a good place. And if we're not, if I can help you in any way, I will definitely try to. So for the first team warm up, what we're going to be having is a team move every week. All right. This is something that you guys can contribute to. This week, since it's the first one, I am actually going to be selecting the team move. This does have to be, it's a move. You have to move your body. It can be an exercise. It can be a dance challenge. I'm going to get to that really quick. Okay. And if you do select a team move for the week, I want you to make sure, if you're going to record it or take a picture, go ahead and add me if you're on any other social media channels, or put hashtag same team. Also, our little slogan, win together, lose apart. Go ahead and hashtag that as well. All right. So a few requirements. If you're choosing an exercise, please choose something that has minimal equipment. Okay. So if you want to offer up something for the next team move of the week, do not choose anything that has to be done on the Peloton bike. Is it Peloton or Peloton? Another thing, I mispronounce a lot of words. Okay, guys. I think it's the Peloton bike. Don't choose something on the Peloton bike, because a lot of us don't own Peloton bikes, but make sure it's something where it's just like a body weight exercise. Okay. If it's a dance challenge, go ahead and do that. If you want to challenge me to a dance off, not a dance off, because I'm letting you guys know right now, I cannot dance. I can hold the beat a little bit. I can do a little bit of a two-step, but other than that, I cannot do it, okay? So team move of the week is just a fun way for us to engage and make sure that we are moving our bodies. And this week's team move, drum roll, there's no drum roll because we don't have any of this stuff going on, so I'm just gonna go like this. Burpees. Why not start with something that most people hate, okay? So I challenge you guys to do some burpees this week. If you physically can't, I completely understand. Do anything and let me know what you do, okay? But for the burpees, you can do a full burpee. You can do a half burpee. You can do a walkout burpee, all right? Normally, I would do this exercise and show you guys what to do, but you know me, I got to stay focused. If I get up, this camera might mess up. The audio can mess up. Anything can happen. So Google it. We Google everything. Google the burpees and get those in, okay? And make sure, like I said, that you put hashtag same team. And this is something you guys can contribute to. And really, it's just all about engagement and interaction, all right? Next up, since we're already on the team move of the week, we're going to go ahead and move to the body. What are you guys doing to make sure that you are taking care of your physical body? All right, we have exercise and we have all that. Oh, somebody's telling me a note. Okay, hold on. I got some stuff going on. What's up, Ty Banks Live? Hello, how are you? You guys, this guy, I do not know him. I've seen him in the comments like a lot of you guys, but he has been supporting me and hyping me up. So I appreciate you, King. Thank you very much. Kisses. All right, so back to the body. Oh, I have another note. Okay, I can't read that. You guys, my eyesight is bad. All right, I can pin the comment. Hold up, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. I don't know what that is. It said put user in timeout. I don't want to do that. But okay, so for your physical body, you have to make sure that you guys are exercising. You know, I'm big on exercise. You can be rolling your eyes. I do not care. I'm not telling you need to be a bodybuilder. I'm not telling you to go to CrossFit, but you get one body. Even though some of us can go buy one, that has nothing to do with your heart health and all of that, okay? You want to make sure that you keep your blood flowing and that your heart is in shape. So exercise is very important, especially during this time of the year. First, we've had this whole pandemic stuff and just the stress of that a lot of people are feeling. And then like where I'm at, it's gray. It's, what is it outside right now? Like 19 degrees. It's something crazy. It's cold. So you always just, you want to snuggle. You want to eat comfort food, you know, heavier foods. You just kind of want to lay around. So do not get stuck in that rut. All right. So go ahead, get in that chat. Let me know what you guys are doing to take care of your physical body, ideally 3 times a week. And while I'm waiting to see what you guys are doing, I'm going to let you know right now. This is the first year that I have struggled when it comes to working out during these winter months. Okay. Exercise is a huge part of my life. So normally when most people fall off during the holidays or when it gets cold outside, I don't. Years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I had to be strict, but now it's just something that I do, like breathing. But when Corona happened, oh, and obviously, you know what? I have my phone on. Okay, hold on. He's trying to tell me what to do because I'm doing too much. All right. So normally during these months, you know, I'm good. But this time when Corona, you know, when the whole shutdown happened and all of that, I constantly went outside like most people all around the world. Most of us were forced to go outside because we were feeling claustrophobic. And that is something that I did for sure. So I was outside, you know, humidity, 99 degrees, hot as heck. I did not care. I did most of my workouts outside. So, you know, when it's like stuffy and hot, then it's like having on a training mask. If you guys know what that is, it's like you can barely breathe. So it took my fitness to another level. And I actually got used to it. And normally I do not want to train outside because I don't want my hair sweating and all of that kind of stuff. But I was out there. So now fast forward, and I was out there for like 7 months. But baby, when the fall came and it got cold here and I had to come inside, when I have been struggling. Like it has been so hard for me to work out. And I'm being honest, you know, right here, we're all about transparency. And it was tough. Like it started to really play with my mind. So I'm like, wait a minute, this is what I know. Fitness, coaching, inspiring people, you know, mind, body, soul. So it's like practice what you preach. I'm like, am I a fraud? But it wasn't that. Am I a fraud? But it's the fact that I didn't want to like jump and be like, oh, let me go work out, you know, in my basement, in my room, in my living room. I just wanted to be outside. So I have been fighting myself on trying to get 2 days a week in, 3 days a week. I was doing like 4 days, 5 days a week. So what I have done recently, I have joined something called Plank Fitness. Okay. You may not have a plank in your area. I think they're in St. Louis and Oklahoma, but it's called Lagree, Lagree. Okay. So look up Lagree Fitness. I put it on my Instagram. I know some of you guys do not do Instagram and Facebook. I don't blame you. I get it. It's a lot, but look up Lagree. It's kind of similar to Pilates, but like 1,000 times more brutal. And you're on this machine. There's springs, there's cables, there's resistance. And when I tell you, like, it was what the doctor ordered, it is so hard. I'm challenging myself physically and mentally in ways that I haven't in a long time. And it's crazy. So I want to know from you guys, what are you doing? What have you guys been doing as far as your exercise? Have you fallen off? Are you about to start something? It's okay. You know, I make fun of people who start over every Monday, but it's okay. It's better than nothing. Let me know how you guys are taking care of your physical body. All right. Michael goes walking in the morning. Somebody said the struggle is real. Baby, so real. Do you hear me? It is real. Keita, exercising and eating healthier. Yes, you are. I see you. And when I was in Houston, I got off the plane and we went straight to work out. And she had her son in there. He was in the stroller, and this mama was not missing a beat. But I'm telling you guys, when you exercise, it can be anything. And I know a lot of people are busy, or you may not be able to do certain workouts. Anything that is small, if it means taking the stairs or parking a little bit farther away and walking, if you have to do something, and I said it's killing me to work out in the house, but you have to think I've been doing this for years. So, it's like 4 years of working out indoors or outdoors. So I've gotten burnt out as far as that, but I've been in the gym for like over 10. Okay. Make sure you are taking care of your physical body. All right. We are going to move on, and I'm looking at you all's comments. The next thing we are going to do after your body, it's also your mind, mental health. All right. This is big. You will constantly hear me talk about this. If you do not want to hear it, then I possibly would not follow me. Okay. I am big. All right. Black Soul King. Wait a minute. Let me hold on. Let me see if I can do anything to click on him. Okay. If we are going to build this village, I'm here to do my part in the beginning. Hey, thank you. Yes, together. Okay. And I'm going to be getting to that. You guys, we're going to talk about it's all about same team. Win together, lose apart. All right. Mental health. Okay. Your mental health is so important. And I know it's one thing that a lot of us don't want to talk about, or you'll feel like, oh, well, something has to go. I'm good. I don't need to do that. Yes, you do. You get one mind. Okay. And you'll hear me say it. You can buy that body, but you cannot buy another mind. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. It is prime real estate. Okay. So take care of your mental health. Take care of your mind. Invest in it. All right. And it doesn't mean, it can be a counselor. It can be a therapist. Disclaimer. I am not a licensed therapist. Okay. So if you're at a point in your life where you are feeling everything closing in, that suffocating feeling, you don't know whether you're coming or going. Let me tell you something. Pick up that phone, call for help. Nobody cares. And even if you think people are going to judge you or talk about you, it's better for you to be here, and it's better for you to be in your right mind than for your family or whoever to be bearing you, or for you to be sitting up somewhere in a padded room, rocking back and forth. Okay. Protect your mind, call for help. I've done it. A lot of us have done it. So do not be ashamed. All right. Let me know what you guys are doing for your mental health. And it's kind of funny. I've drawn some new boundaries. Okay. Boundaries are not just for people. It can be for anything. All right. So I'm going to share one. I have limited nonsense. All right. So what I mean by that, not necessarily just from people, but like the nonsense that I take in, whether it's from scrolling social media, which we all love to do, and just getting caught up in stuff. It's just, time you can't get back. I've looked on my phone at like all the hours or minutes of just aimless scrolling or whatever, anything like that. And it's just not worth it. So I am limiting anything that does not add to my life or anything that does not make me better. I am limiting my interaction with it. Okay. So a lot of people think that you just have to draw boundaries for toxic relationships or, family or whatever. No, it can be stuff like that. It can be music, television, social media, anything. Okay. Another thing I have drawn boundaries on, watching YouTube videos from other content creators, not in a bad way. So not when it comes to doing reviews, but obviously I have not even been on YouTube 2 months. I think, the 9th, right? Is the 9th Tuesday? What's today? 7, 8, 9. Look, 7, 8, 9. The 9th is Tuesday. It will mark my 2 months that I have been on YouTube. So this is new to me. Not the message, not talking to people and all that, but this whole setup is new. YouTube is new. So what I did, everybody's like, research, look at other creators, see what they're doing. So I did that. That's a smart thing to do. It's always good to do your research. But then naturally you start comparing yourself because you're constantly bombarded with these images. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're using this camera. They have this light. They have, multiple monitors. Look, I got one monitor. You're going to see me looking at the computer. You're going to see me on my cell phone and all of that kind of stuff. But it's because I'm looking for your comments. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't go live because I don't have this. I don't have this. But for me, it's about the message, and me, I'm a believer. I respect anything that people believe in. To me, you just need to believe in a higher power. It helps keep you centered. I'm like, God, he's like, look, it is the message. If you speak, they will eventually come. Do not get caught up in everything else. So that is why I have limited certain things, because I was like, oh, I don't sound like that, or I don't look like that, or this or that, or they're talking about music videos and who's dating or whatever. And I don't want to do that. That's just not my lane. I respect everybody in their lane, and I will continue to do certain reviews, but that is not my lane. So I really had to shut that down for now, and just so I can get rooted. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about the roots. It's all about the foundation. So, oh, Manosphere here. Hello. People are taking vitamins. People are working out. Let's go down. All right. Michael, I see that comment. I will get to that. Yeah, you agree? Okay. What are you guys doing for your mental health? How are you, what are you doing for your mind? What do you do? Do you meditate? Anything? Well, we know exercise is good for your mental health, but anything outside of exercising, what is it? Do some of you guys get to work early and sit in your car and have a moment so you don't go in there and pop off on your coworkers? Oh, you know what? Another thing. No, I'll bring that up because I'll bring that up a little bit later. All right. So let me know what you guys are doing. Oh, I see this comment. Nature has balance. True intimacy keeps the balance. Yes, it does. All right. I see some more things about, am I getting married again? We will not get to that at home. Oh, Chuck says I work out at home, even burpees. Yes. All right. Moving along, because I'm not seeing anything that you guys are doing for your mental health, but I'm just going to hope that you guys are investing in it, okay? And guess what? This could be good. This is good for your mental health. Same Team Sundays will be good for your mental health, all right? Next up, we definitely have the body. We have gone, the soul, excuse me. We've gone over the body. We've gone over the mind. Now, your body can be fit. Mentally, you can be healthy, but if you do not nourish your soul, if you do not take care of your soul, anything else that you are doing is only going to be temporary, because your soul is your epicenter, okay? It is your foundation. It is everything. If your soul leaves your body, if your spirit leaves your body, what do you have left? Like nothing, right? I think you're just a shell. And let me tell you something, hold on, I think I got an eyelash. Look, now y'all, hold up now. Good. Let me tell you something. I was back there. Hold on. I was back there trying to get my little self together before I got on here. And I didn't think I got an eyelash. No, these are not strips, but these are some eyelashes. Okay, but seriously, so back to the soul. I know, because I have, at a point in my life, I had to fight for my soul. It was so much pulling from me. And when I tell you, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, having to fight for your soul. If you've ever had to fight for your soul, you feel like you have, go ahead and drop a comment, because baby, virtual high five tens, because that means you are here. Once you have fought for your soul, you're like, all right, cool, bring it on. Bring it on, because you can do anything. It is a hard battle. It's like you're fighting yourself. You're fighting everything. It's like the world is against you, and you even feel like you're, going against yourself. It is crazy. Yep. Okay. So somebody said, go to a psychiatrist. I am all for that. Sean, what up, mom? What's up, King? JR, go to a psychiatrist if you are not feeling right. Take medicine that they prescribe. If you still don't feel like normal, go again and get your medicines adjusted. Eventually you'll feel better. So really quick, I want to speak on that. At one point, I was going to a counselor and a psychiatrist at the same time. No shame. Okay. It helped. I think it literally helped save my life. I was going like twice a week. And yes, JR is right. Psychiatrists are here for a reason. Some people are against, medicine or whatever, but you can't judge people. Some people do have an imbalance. Some people do need to be medicated for a little bit. Okay. Get those doses adjusted, whether they need to be higher or lower, just to help you in the beginning. There is no point in struggling and trying to go at it alone. Okay. There is no point in that. It is not going to do you any good. It's not going to do anybody any good that's attached to you. Okay. Let me see. As for mental health, not feeding the spirit with fear. Yes, Black Soul King, that is 100% true, because fear will stop you dead in your tracks. Okay. You will not be able to do anything. I've experienced, I think we all do. We all experience a little bit of fear and resistance. I was afraid. Let's just be honest. Okay. As grown as I am, I was afraid to get on YouTube because for me, it was another level of me exposing myself, opening up and being vulnerable, which is fine. But I knew I was going to come under heavy fire, a lot of criticism, more criticism from women than anything. And I think that bothered me, because for years I have been a champion and an advocate for women and women empowerment. And I was like, when I get on here and they hear what I have to say, like they may come for me. So I was like, I don't know if I didn't know if I was ready for that. And I can handle a lot of stuff, but I just didn't know if I was ready for that because that has been such a personal passion of mine, and all of that. But Mike's territory has expanded. And yes, I have talked to men through the years. So it wasn't like that, but I was just like, oh, I'm a woman. I have to only deal with women, which I made a video about that. But that had me scared to get on here and really speak my mind in certain places. And it was a trick. And I think what it was is because I know that same team is needed. I know this dialogue between all of us is needed for you guys to have a place. I want to kind of create a safe space and an atmosphere of change, but also a place where we can come together. And the spirit of division is running rampant across the world. And I think I knew what I was up against. Anytime you try to kind of come out and be a catalyst for change, it's like stuff just starts happening to you left and right and all around. And I'm like, you know what? I spent years of my life fighting and battling. I don't know if I'm ready for another one, but forget it. I'm here. You guys are here. So that's what it is. Also, turn off the television. The eyes, the windows to the spirit. Images are a form of communication. So glad you said that because today, like I said, we're not going to have a guest, but there is a topic towards the last half of this live, and it is about certain images, social media images, and how they portray men, particularly when it comes to relationships, okay? And what is constantly being put out there. And obviously stuff starts at home, but yes, the images are powerful, okay? So stay in for this, okay? Somebody said, you afraid? Yes. I got blood running through my veins. Okay. Now I wasn't like sitting up in a corner, like shaking and petrified, but it was just, it's a little bit of fear. It's like having a microscope on you and people are going to be coming for you. So I was, if it would have been on Instagram or in the gym, I'm used to being in that area, but this YouTube space was new for me, Fear is a mind killer, Scott Clark. Yes, it is. It is a mind killer. It will play tricks on you. And fear can keep you from, all right, Michael, hold on. Fear can keep you from doing anything and from becoming the man you were created to be, from becoming the woman you were created to be. All right. Fear makes us exist. Okay. It keeps us existing instead of living. Michael, the good black men have your back. Oh, thank you. Same team. I love my black man. I love my man. I thank you for the support. I cannot do this without you all at all. More importantly, I have boys, my father's one of my best friends. I definitely couldn't do this without you all. And that's why I am here. Okay. So another comment. Let's see. Scott Clark. Actually, I would say courage only exists in fear. Courage is being afraid and doing anyway. Courage right here. Right here. I think I've told you all before. Some of you guys might be new. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This might be the only time I say it because it doesn't have it in my script. And it's not a script like that. But I'm not like, oh, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Go check out my other videos. I'm not there yet. Just get this message. Really quick. Courage is huge. Like me sitting right here is huge because I have a fear of being in front of the camera, not taking a selfie, but this camera in my face. Years ago, I would not have been able to do it. Also, I was at a different place in my life. Okay. They say that eyes are the window to the soul. I was fighting for my soul then. I did not want to be, I used to dodge, and we had cameras all around us in that, in my former life. I used to dodge the cameras because I didn't want them, I didn't want them on me. I was scared that somebody would be able to look into my eyes and see, wait a minute, she's not what she's really portraying on social media. And not like that, but like in the sense that I was, trying to be so strong and trying to be this and that. I didn't want them to see that I was hurting. I didn't want anybody to look, into my eyes and see that I was broken and that I was, just really struggling and fighting. I was here, but I wasn't present. And because I wasn't ready to answer those questions, okay, at all. I wasn't able to face that. I wasn't able to face myself. I wasn't able to face any of the things that happened that led me up to becoming broken and all of that. All right. So you're absolutely right. Courage is huge. Okay. Yes. The meaning behind same team, men and women. That's it. I have honestly been saying same team for years. I say it to my kids. I used to say it to my ex. We're still on the same team though. We have kids together. Okay. It's the fact that we are stronger together. Okay. Same team. We may argue, we may fight, we may disagree, but out of a mutual respect that we have for each other, then we still notice that we are on the same team. When you're on the same team, you have a boundary, you have a line that you're not going to cross with each other. Okay. So like I said, a lot of us on here, some of you guys that support me now, I may say something and you go against me, but guess what? That doesn't mean we're going to have a falling out. That doesn't mean that we're enemies and, you're over here and I'm over here. It just means that we're having a disagreement. We're going to try to understand each other and we're going to work through it, because at the end of the day, in order for us to win, we have to be together. We are on the same team. There is no point in both of us trying to struggle to fight and to win when we can just join together and take it over. Okay. So that's what same team is. Basically, we are stronger together. We are on the same team. We are not in competition. Okay. If you win, I win. If you lose, I lose. If I'm losing, you're losing. Okay. We're in this together. All right. So that's same team. And that's also why I say win together or lose apart. All right. Scott said, as a longtime married man, it is never me versus my wife. It's usually always us versus it. Okay, that's true too. Us versus the situation. And we remind each other of this all of the time. Yes, so that's where same team comes apart, comes out. And like I said, I say it to my kids, and that just means, hey, in this together, like I said, it's that line. There are certain things that you see that I have seen now between men and women specifically. And I'm like, there's no line. There's no boundaries. We just tear, we can just tear each other down. And not all the times. We do lift each other up sometimes, but I see more tearing down, more things happening, apart than together. Okay. So that's with our soul check. Let me turn my page. All right. Next, another thing we'll be doing is your mood, current mood. What is your mood right now? Describe in one word what your current mood is. Go ahead and put it, go ahead. Go ahead and put it in the chat. I just want to know right now in this moment, how is everyone feeling? Okay. Yes, and I will definitely get to that, JR. The long-term plan for the channel for sure. Okay. This is, I'll get to that in a little bit, because we do have some objectives and goals for, I'm not going to say necessarily just for my channel. My channel is just about like spreading, love, hope, healing, and freedom. And that means just being free from trauma, being free from curses, being free from yourself, anything that is holding you back. That is the channel. Same team is the table. It is the meeting ground. We are going to join men and women together. This is the catalyst for change, so we can change the narrative, so we can heal and start producing, a world of whole women and whole men. And it's not necessarily for just married people. It's just in general. Men and women have to work together. We have to live side by side. And it's just really changing that narrative, because I'm thinking about my kids, I don't the world that my daughter's going to grow up in, the world that my sons are going to grow up in. So I will get to that. Scott's been stressed a little bit, and I will be praying for you for that. Feeling good, hopeful, drained. I feel that for sure. Somebody asked about pre-recorded YouTube videos. We'll get to that. You guys, look, baby steps for me, okay? We are on rested. Somebody put like a face like, I get it. Like, I get it. And that's the thing. One thing I want you guys to do is with same team, we will have to get to a point where we accept each other where we are. And that also means accepting yourself. So something as simple as your current mood, you have to accept that, whether it's good or bad. If you're stressed, you're stressed. And you probably have several reasons to be stressed. So if you can think, Scott, if you can think of any outlets that you can do right now that will help alleviate your stress, that's fine. But also like own it, okay? If somebody's tired, you probably have a reason. If you're drained, you have a reason. If you're overworked, you have a reason. If you're happy, you have a reason. But really accept it, especially when it's those feelings that we want to shake. If we constantly try to push them off, then they kind of do more harm than good. So we are going to accept each other, and we are also going to accept ourselves where we are in this present moment. All right. Okay. Somebody said no peace until every man has access to. What is that? I don't even know what that means. Okay, JR, I'm getting there. No, mixed audience, not just a male audience. And did you guys see? So I posted, a lot of people have said that I will not get the support of women because I don't have a victim mindset. That's a whole nother topic in conversation. Yes, most of our topics for Same Team Sundays are all going to be geared around men and women, okay, in a collective, whether it's in the beginning, it will be how we're portrayed in media and stuff like that, because I have to lay the foundation. If something comes up, then I will bring it up. I also have a recorded interview with a man who was in a toxic marriage for 18 years. Remember I posted, do we tell men to leave toxic relationships? So I'm still trying to edit that. And also what I might do is he's probably just going to come on as a guest. But yeah, 18 years, okay? He spent 18 years in that marriage. And when I tell you the stuff that he has to say and his insight, crazy. It is good for women. It's good for men, okay? Let me see, Scott. Let's see. The victim mindset is just as toxic. Baby, so toxic. Let me tell you something right now. I have every reason to be sitting up with the victim mindset. 100%. And there's probably some people, I feel like I've lost some women supporters who were mad that I am not, in that victim mindset and I'm not playing the victim. But I'm like, so you want to see me down? Like, seriously, it's crazy, you all. There are people who I think supported me or fake loved me or whatever when I was down, when I was broken. Like, that's what they wanted to see. And now, since I am not, they cannot stand it. It's crazy. Like, they can't stand it. But I wasn't put here to stay in that. Also, because I feel like my life is an example. Everything is an experience and a lesson. So you can go tell your story and so you can share it with others and let them know, like, hey, there's life on the other side of this. My life might have felt like hell for so many years, but look, I made it through and here I am, and it's so much better. And that's what I'm here to show. I'm not here, or if I've had a bad experience with, relationships, I'm not here to bash men. Not all men are bad or anything like that. Just like all women don't have it together. I'm going to get to that too, no matter how many degrees you have. That does not mean you're together. That's another topic too. All right. JR says he watches female male content creators, different structures. Okay, Jay, I'm gonna go back and look at some of your things or whatever. Yes, and I will be having call-ins. I would even like to have some of you guys on here as well. All right, okay, I gotta go on. We are doing team captains, okay? Every team has a team captain. This is a team. It may be comprised mainly of men right now. I don't know. I love y'all, but right now we still have to select 2 team captains. Requirements: 1 man, 1 woman, obviously, because we are representing. I am here for both sides, okay? Normally, team captains are selected by the team. This is our first little live, so I will be selecting the team captains for this week. It's still up in the air a little bit. And basically the other requirements are, it just has to be, a man that you feel like is doing his thing. He doesn't necessarily have to be a celebrity or somebody famous, that just somebody that for some reason is doing something or is a positive role model or whatever. Same thing with women. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to have team captains every week. Okay. I have another note. All righty. Oh, my team captain. So for the women, really quick, I'm going to choose Amanda Gorman. She is making history back to back. She was actually, we know, the poet. Now, listen, I told you I mess up words and not, hold on a second. Hold on. Inauguration. I cannot say that word. She was the poet. She has just signed a modeling contract with IMG, 3-book deal, and she is the Super Bowl pre-show entertainment. That is history right there. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And actually, I want to read a quote from The Hill We Climb that she had, which is perfect for same team, okay? We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. This division, us warring back and forth, the thing between men and women and all of that, the only way we're going to move forward is if we lay down our arms, if we stop fighting and we open up our arms and we love each other and we support each other in it, even in our pain and our misunderstanding. I'm going to go on with that in a second, okay? So that is my team captain for the women. And for the men, I don't know. It's not to be funny. I didn't know. I told my assistant or manager or the person who helps get me in shape, my time person. Yes, Amanda, it is amazing. So I said I was going to just go ahead and choose Russell Wilson. Just because he just got the award. Was it the Walter Payton Award? Is that what it was? He's making a face. The Walter Payton Award. Another reason, honestly, guys, you know, to me, and not to get all into, like, I know what we see may not always be the reality, but you know, he was, you know, with somebody before. He's married. He had, you know, married a woman who had kids. He accepted that child. They have gone on to create, like, you know, a bigger blended family. And I just think that is a beautiful thing, okay? Because it's not always easy to do. And then what he does in his professional life, and granted, the fact that he has that support at home is huge, okay? It helps. If he had hell going on at home, if he had a woman who didn't support him and who was clowning, that would affect his game. I don't care if you're a fireman, you don't want to go into a burning building and you're thinking about how your chick or wife is at home raising hell, because that's where your mind is going to be. And it puts you into a danger zone, okay? So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going to choose him, okay? If you guys want to choose another male captain, that's what it is. But we will be having team captains, all right? And it can be somebody in your community. It can be somebody that's just you feel is an inspiration and somebody that we can, you know, look up to. Go ahead and, like, throughout the week, let me know those. Somebody said Kevin Samuels. You know what? He could be we may do him. He could be a good team captain. And I'm going to tell you why. Because even if you don't agree with everything he says, a lot of it is true. And a lot of it just ruffles people's feathers. And that's what you have to do to get some of these conversations started. You have to ruffle some feathers, okay? So he would honestly be a good team captain as well. Yes, Russell is a great choice. God be him. Yep. Captain stepdad. Somebody said, no, don't choose Wilson. Team recruiters. Yes, we can also do that. You guys, there's so many things we can do with same team. But, you know, like I said, we are the catalyst for change, and we are the table. We are the table where men and women will sit down, okay? No egos or whatever. I've seen things like, you know, if there's a gender war, who's going to be the first to give in? You know what? I am. I'm the first to give in, you know, because that's a power move. You might think that up front, the person who's willing to, like, lay down or to surrender, you have to surrender oftentimes before you can go up. So think about that. You have to surrender before you can go up. And so I'm here. I'm the first one. I'm one of the first ones at this table. So, and so are you. That's what we're doing. All right. So that's what's going on. What else with Super Bowl? Who do you guys have? We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs, old school versus new school. Are you still boycotting the NFL? Even if you don't watch football, I feel like the views are going to be high because we don't have a lot going on. Some people watch it for the commercials or the halftime show, the weekend. Okay. Let me know in the comments who you have for Super Bowl. JR says, oh, JR, I definitely don't think that's disrespectful that you are surrounded by single moms and how they avoid single dads. I've dated single dads. Absolutely love them. Amazing guys. And they are amazing fathers. Chiefs. Somebody has the Chiefs. You know what? I don't really have a choice. I just want to see a good old school football game. I think that's why I kind of like high school football and college football more, because it's just the hunger is there and it's not all the hype and the politics as much. So I just want to see a good game, not a blowout, but just a battle, you know? The Buccaneers. Okay. I see us with the Buccaneers. I don't like neither, but I got the Chiefs. And that's fine too. Like, I don't really have a choice. I just want to see some good football. You know, it's some entertainment. A lot of stuff still shut down. So I think it'll be good. How do I handle haters? I'm petty. No, I'm gonna get to that. Hey, you know what? That's still new for me. I have had very real moment. One of the hardest things it was ever for me was on Instagram a few years back. I had someone comment. Hold on, because my guys probably tell me about the time. Oh, yes. And you guys, the super chats. Don't forget about the super chats and get your comments in there. And all of you guys who have done the super chat and supported me, kisses, kisses, kisses. Love it. Thank you so much. So back to the haters. A few years back, I had some people comment on a picture of my daughter. I think it was on my ex's page and maybe on mine. And they were calling my kids niggers. Just, that's what they were calling them. Baby, kids are off limits. You can talk about me. You can call me a pick-me. You can say I was a trophy wife. Was not. That's another story. All this kind of stuff. But kids are off limits. That's really, really hard, okay? Now, when it comes to the haters in general, like I said, even Judas was a part of the plan. I honestly feel like we need haters, because guess what? If I did not have haters, that means that I am doing something wrong. Obviously, if I have them, I'm doing something right. I'm striking a chord. I'm lighting a flame. I'm making people feel uncomfortable. So bring the haters on. People have said that some other content creators, fan clubs or communities may come on here and bash me and do whatever. And do I look like I'm scared? When I said I was afraid, that was the camera. It had nothing to do with any of that other kind of stuff. So like, go ahead. I am ready for you, because we are here to make a change. Okay. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Okay. I'm going to run through this kind of quick because I do want to get to what we were talking about, my topic. And I chose a small one for the week. And I will say again, usually Same Team Sundays I'll do bring guests in. I'll do call-ins. I'll bring some of you all in. But with this being the first one, there's some stuff that we had to get down and some stuff that we had to go through that next week and the weeks after, it's going to be easy. But as far as this team today, we have to we got to get some goals and some objectives. Okay. We want to be successful. I don't want to be on here just talking, just to be talking. Okay. Even before I came on here, like I said, I do pray. I had to pray. I'm like, you know what? I don't want anything to fall on deaf ears. I want to be able to make an impact. I want you all to be able to make an impact. Thank you. Somebody said, thank you very much. Let's see, who do we have? Bud Light for the win. All right. So here we go. Team. If you do not know what a team is, if you're not used to working on a team, I'm going to go ahead and give you a definition. Team, a group of people, men and women right here. We have men and women that work together towards a common goal. They collaborate on related tasks to achieve an objective. We will be working together. Okay. It is a group. It's a collaboration. All right. What makes a good team? What makes a team successful? Open and honest discussions. Got to have them. Open and honest discussions. There's no point in sitting up in here lying to each other. That's a crock of bull. Is wasting everybody's time. This is also a space where you can share your thoughts, ideas, and opinions, and they will be respected. Even if like I said, even if we do not agree with each other, we have a right to be able to share our thoughts, ideas, and opinions with each other and hopefully understand where the other person is coming from. Listen and hear. Okay. A lot of us will speak, but we don't listen. We don't try to understand, like I said, where the other person is coming from. We do not hear them. So that also makes a good team. And not talking at each other. Like a lot of women and men talk at each other. We're like, yeah. We're talking down at each other. And I honestly think women may do it more than men because I've done it. We can be very condescending and just like, so we're trying not to do that. All right. Support each other. It's all about support. We have to support each other. I don't understand how me wanting to see somebody do bad or not supporting them is going to help me at all. I'm all about, that energy, and I feel what goes around comes around. So if I support you, I feel like it's going to come back to me in a positive light. Okay. And sometimes you do have to rally behind somebody and they're at the forefront and you have to support them. All right. Do it. Okay. It doesn't take anything away from you to support each other. All right. We will focus on goals and results. I don't want us to really get caught up in any like major arguments without continuing the discussion and trying to come up with ways to solve the problem. Okay. So we may have topics that run like a series. Okay. We may have a topic next week that's going to run for 3 or 4 weeks, and that's fine. But we'll have to introduce the argument, the sides, what people are taking, and then we're going to try to break it down together and find solutions, find ways to resolve the problem so we can go forward. And also, we have to have fun. Okay. I don't know now. We're not going to have too much, but we're going to have fun. All right. It's not always going to be doom and gloom. It's nothing like that. But we are going to have fun. To me, anytime you inch forward, anytime you progress, it's fun. Winning is fun. Okay. Same team. We're coming to win. All right. Integrity, empathy, honesty. Yes. All of those for sure. Those are some of the best. Do I embrace the pick me girl label? I love it. Pick me. No, pick me because I am not the way they mean it. But you know what? I can turn that for good. Like a lot of these women want to get picked. Okay. So if people want to call me a pick me, but I actually have a message and I'm actually here to not only teach, but to learn from you all. And so we can all do this together. You can call me whatever. Pick me. Like, okay, cool. Pick me. I'm a pick me. That's fine. All right. Goals and objectives. Dialogue. Right here. We have to have an open dialogue. Okay. That is a major goal of mine, is to open up the dialogue between men and women outside of YouTube, starting here on this platform, and then for us to spread. When the world opens back up, whether it's symposiums, forums, expos, or whatever, we'll get some merch, but I want to open the dialogue between men and women and normalize us being able to have these discussions without yelling, without, the hate, without the condescending undertone, without the, he lying, she lying, or whatever. Okay. Also, dignity. Bring back some dignity between men and women. All right. I was listening to a sermon. I think it was like a sit down with TD Jakes, and he was saying that we have to bring back dignity to the human race. And so I'm applying between men and women because dignity will keep you from crossing that line that I talked about. Okay. It will keep us from hating each other. It will keep us from tearing each other down. Okay. So we're going to have dignity. Respect. We have to have a mutual respect for each other. Okay. That is a goal, to bring back respect. You don't, like when I was raised, my dad and mom were like, you don't have to like everybody, but you have to have a certain level of respect for them just because they have a right to be here just like you do. Okay. And we have gotten away from that, especially with minimum. It's like, oh, well, he has to earn my respect. She has to earn my respect. No, we're supposed to have like a mutual respect for each other just because we're here. Okay. So that if we do not have respect for each other, if we do not have the open dialogue, if we don't have the honesty and all of that, all it's doing is tearing us down individually and collectively. Value. Let's see the value in each other. You don't have anything to prove to me. You don't have to buy me a Birkin bag for me to value you. I value just because, okay? Women and men need to value each other. We need to see each other's worth. Of course, you have to know your worth individually, but if I believe that I'm valuable and I know my worth, but then I don't value the next person, I don't value the next woman or the next man, then we're getting nowhere, okay? We're staying at odds. We're staying on opposing teams. And it's the destruction of the family unit and so much more, the destruction of us as a people, okay? So we have to value each other, care for each other. During times like this, you guys, with what's going on in the world, But even if that wasn't, we still have this problem between us, and we have to care for each other. You care for your friends. We have to care for each other. We have to bring back, like Scott said, empathy, okay? We have got to bring back empathy. So that is a big thing for me. And reconcile and reconnect. You can't have any of these things. We cannot reconcile. We cannot reconnect without the love, without the respect, without the value, without the open dialogue, all right? So if you guys see, I am laying the groundwork for what Same Team is going to be. Yes, people are saying respect. Okay. Also, more love. Love wins. Love conquers all, especially in a war. I cannot be on here guns blazing like Amanda Gorman said, lay down your arms so we can open up our arms to each other. So love. I'm going to read a little quote. Eventually, you will come to understand that love heals everything and love is all there is. Okay? Period. That's it. Same Team will be rooted in love, agape, love, a mutual love, mutual respect and everything. That is the only way we're going to heal. That is the only way those wounds are going to start scabbing over and where we can move forward. Whole men, whole women, winning together. We cannot survive independently. We can't do it. We got to stop thinking that. I don't care what science does. They put it in test tubes or whatever. We can't survive independently. All right. Consistent accountability. Yes. I can't even snap. My kids can snap better than me. A consistent accountability. Yes. And you know what, really quick, we have some people who think that, I'm big on accountability, and I saw somebody that said like, well, I like what you're doing, but we have to hold men accountable. No, we don't. As women, that's not my job. My job is not to hold men accountable. Just like for men, it's not their job to hold me accountable. Your job is to hold yourself accountable, and then you go forward, okay? But that's the problem. That's deflection. If you think you can sit up and hold other people accountable and not yourself, you are very, very wrong with that, okay? Now, moving on. Okay, really quick, I want to get to our topic, okay? And this is just a little, I'm not going to say it's a fun topic necessarily. Hopefully I don't have any technical difficulties. But I wanted to keep it light since this is our first one. And since people probably have Super Bowl parties to get to, snacks to eat, drinks to drink. Let me get some of my drink. This is just water, okay? And since it's just like, it's a Sunday afternoon, I want you guys to be able to get to what you're doing. But normally, no, we will. Like I said, we'll have call-ins, we'll have guests, and we'll have topics. I will let you guys know if it's going to run a couple weeks, if it's going to be a series, okay? But we are going to be getting to the meat and potatoes. Now, let me see if I can do this. Okay. So the topic for today, is going to be really quick, is the double standard. All right. There is a double standard, obviously, in general, when it comes to men and women. But this is important for Same Team and what I'm trying to do here and what we're trying to do here. Just you all being in the room, being in the community with me is huge. Okay. So we have to shed light on this because this is what is causing a lot of the division. Obviously, it's happening in the home, but also from media and social media, because even my boys see it. And I'm like, I don't want them seeing these messages and these quotes all the time, painting them as the bad person. So look at my notes really quick. The double standard that happens with social media, memes, quotes, or whatever, and how they stereotype men. And yes, we all get stereotyped, obviously. Women get stereotyped. Men get stereotypes. But when it comes to relationships, men are stereotyped in a negative light way more than women, okay? And the stuff that we are seeing and that we're reading and that we're screenshotting, yes, bitch, yes, you see what they're saying, men ain't no good, all this kind of stuff, and we're sending it to each other. People, grown people, not even just kids, they read this stuff and they take it for what it is. Word is bond. This is real. Yes, all men are this. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and get to this. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. All right. I may have to pause it. So what you're going to see are certain social media quotes, memes, or whatever that come up. I'm going to pause this one and I have to read it. So a lot of you all, let me see if you guys see these. Okay. Even if you don't follow these kind of groups, but like the stuff that we see when it comes to relationships, normally bash men and paint them in a negative light, okay? And that does interfere with how we interact with you all. It interferes with how women view men and even how men view men. Because if you're constantly, it's these subtle messages, even if you're passing through it, but you're still taking it in if you look at it. And eventually it's planted. It's, you're planting it and burying it inside yourself, okay? So how you treat a woman is how she's going to act. You can't expect peace when all you bring is pain. So look at these. Now, I wonder what it would be like if we started flipping this, okay? So I have thought about, and I've done it before, crossing out the words, because you see stuff like this all the time. I'm going to keep going. Be her peace. That girl is tired of pain. That man is tired of pain. Look at these images. We are constantly bombarded with this. Baby girl, if you're hurting and it doesn't bother him, he ain't the one. Baby boy, if you're hurting and it doesn't bother her, she ain't the one. Why are we not matching this energy for men? Okay, why not? I don't want my boys to be mistreated, just like I don't want my daughter to be mistreated. Okay, so I'm pausing right here. A female never forgets how a man treats her during the time she needs his support the most. One-sided, double standards. We see them all the time. Really? A male, would that be a male? A male never forgets how a woman treats him during the times that he needs her support the most. Baby, let me tell you something. Men need support. Men, so all these girls want to call me a pick-me that you want to get picked. You want to get picked? Support a man. Get behind a man. Even if he is not here yet, you better get behind that truck driver. You better get behind that bus driver. You better get behind that man who wants to go back to school. Whatever he is doing, that fireman, that police officer, get behind him and support him. It is your superpower, okay? Men need to be supported just as much, all right? And they really need it more. Like, I'm just saying, all right? So we're going to go on. There's some more. Who's not going to be in a relationship with a man who treats them like crap? Okay, so does that mean that a man should be in a relationship with a woman that treats him like crap? No. Nowadays, the wrong man knows how to... Oh, baby, I'm finna pause this because there's some trifling women out here. Hold on, baby. People probably gonna get mad at me. Now, I don't care. Nowadays, the wrong man knows how to act right. So don't be confused. He's still the wrong man, just saying the right things. Baby, let me tell you something. The wrong woman too. Nowadays, the wrong woman knows how to act right, baby, because women, we are natural finessers, honey. I know y'all talk about Casanovas. Do people even say that? Probably not. I love that song, Casanova by Gerald Levert. Rest in peace. But women can fool you too. They can be, if you want a Susie homemaker, they can be that. They can be like, yes, you are my king. You are my everything, baby, and will turn on you in a hot second just to get what they want. It's the same thing, okay? This is what I'm saying is that we are embedding this in people, all right? And it's not just, usually people are like, oh, only kids would see this as an adult. I don't believe this. These are adults. They believe it, okay? This is what's being created. Now, people are constantly seeing this, but then they want to show pictures of people with beautiful marriages and kids, but you see this before. I'm like, where is the disconnect? So then people just want to get married for the look, but they don't want to respect each other. They don't want to value each other. They think that only the woman's feelings matter in a relationship or the workplace or whatever. No. It works both ways. Same team. Just like women should be supported and all of that, men need it as well, okay? Just like women don't want to be in a toxic, bad relationship, men don't want to be in a toxic and bad relationship. Both ways, all right? Don't forget, use that super chat. Somebody said, why are we so celebrity obsessed? I have no idea. All right. Keita, sis, forgive them. They wouldn't have known the depths of your perspective. Couldn't have, because this baby, it wasn't ready. They'll call me a pick-me. You weren't ready. All right, let me pause this really quick. They're getting good. Ladies, if he's, and you guys, these are just a select few, okay? Ladies, oh, this is so good. If he's 25 or older and drops red flags, leave. His frontal lobe is fully developed and he's not changing. It's science. I don't make the rules. Men, if she's 25 or older and she's dropping red flags, her frontal lobe is fully developed. You better leave. Sis is not changing, okay? She's not changing. Leave. I'm not making this up. Leave. You guys should take some of these, scratch out women, whatever, ladies, and start posting them. If I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna do it. Next, I don't know which one is next. We have some more. Call me old-fashioned, but I like my men without wives, fiancés, and side hoes. Okay, so this is also portraying the image. So we already have that men are no good. Okay, they don't support you. They drop red flags. They're toxic. All right, they're doing it by choice. Now they're cheaters. Okay, all men are cheaters. Don't do a soundbite because they're not. But all men are cheaters. This is what we're seeing. Okay, so imagine if you're a young woman who was in a bad relationship and then it does end because he, wasn't faithful or whatever. So when you're in those sensitive times where you're in pain and you're hurting and you're not thinking clearly and you constantly start seeing this come up, you're going to be like, yes, I knew they were. Okay. I'm telling you, that's how it works. I knew they were all cheaters, and it completely changes your perspective and how you interact with men. All right, now call me old-fashioned, but I like my women without husbands, fiancés, boyfriends, or side dudes. Men aren't the only ones that cheat, but that's what I'm saying. This is what we see. We constantly portray men in a negative light. Not only do a lot of us believe it, but men start to believe it because you know what? They're like, well, heck, you think I'm like this anyway, so why not? Why am I trying to prove myself and prove that I'm not like the rest of them? You're going to think I'm like that. I'm going to do it anyway. Now I'm going to show you. Okay. Okay. Somebody said female frontal lobes develop faster. Take that back to 22. Okay. So if she's 22 and she's trifling, she's still going to be trifling. She might not change. No, everybody can change, of course, but it has to be a personal decision. Okay. I just wanted you guys to see what I'm talking about. There's some more coming up. And that's what I'm saying. These are things that we do not see reversed. Okay. Reverse them and hear how they sound. Unless a man is in his diapers, you can't change him. Unless a woman is in her diapers, you cannot change her. All right. Now I got to get close on the screen. What a woman needs from her man. Okay. So I've heard this in other people's lives. What a woman needs for her man. Oh, let me see if I can go back. Hold on. I might mess something up. Okay. What a woman needs from her man: affection, attention, and appreciation. Basically, what a man needs is her smile. Ladies, if you think your looks, a smile, or this is going to keep a man, all of that down, it's not. Okay. My parents raised me, they were like, look, your looks may get you in the door, but they will not keep you in there. Okay. You have to do more. You have to bring more to the table. All right. It's not about looks. Also, they said, and let's just be honest, we can say it. They were like, what you have between your legs, every woman has. What else do you have? So now we're saying that women need affection, attention. What did it say? And appreciation. But men don't need that. So he's supposed to give all of that. And in a lot of ways, we think he's supposed to be the sole provider. So he's supposed to do all of that, give all of this, and you're supposed to smile and make him and fill his life up, fill up his cup to where it's running over. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'm raising my boys to be amazing men, and I will be darned if they get with a woman who wants all of that for more from them, and they're supposed to be walking around lifeless, but she's not giving back to him, because I have seen it firsthand. Okay, I've seen it, whether it's with these guys to get these young girls because they look good and it's all cute. But then guess what? Their business is struggling. They can't come home and talk to her about certain stuff, okay? She doesn't have their back. She's not praying over him. She's not holding him down, because it's like, gimme, 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 gimme. I'm constantly going to take from you. I'm constantly going to pull from you. And I'm not going to give you anything in return. No way. I'm not there. All right. So Black Soul King: an undisciplined woman can cut deep with her words. A lot of men suffer from mental trauma. Baby, we are nasty with our mouth. We can tear you down to pieces and have you feeling like the scum between our toes, like from that Little Rascals. Yes, we can, because women, we are birthers. Okay. So we naturally birth. That's, we birth things. So what we speak, the power of our words can make or break our man. You have to speak life into him. Okay. You have to let him know, even if it's not going to be okay, Somehow, some way, it will be okay. You got this. You are everything. You have to do that. All right. And that also, when it goes down to caring for when we care for each other, when we value each other, when we have dignity. So those groundwork, some of those guidelines that I'm bringing up, the empathy for same team, that will keep you from crossing that line and belittling each other and tearing a man down. All right. Let's go. How do, baby, now this one right here, this might be the last one. I think it is. I'm going to brush. And I'm not trying to make this just a black man and black woman thing, because I know some black men who have not been married to black women or been with black women, and these women tore them down as well. But right now, how do black men grow up with a single mom and don't have respect for black women? What a blanketed statement. Okay, so now we're assuming all black men who grew up with a single mom are disrespectful to women. I don't know if you all do you have a problem with that statement? Like, look at it. Even if you don't even have to be black. You can be Latino, you can be white, whatever. Do you see the problem with this statement? And the fact that this will get so many shares and likes and people, yes, they disrespectful. Yes, that single mom, she hated men. She was bitter, so she raised her boys. She don't value her. Let me say, you can raise your kid. You can have a 2-parent household, do the best that you can to raise your kids, and they can still grow up and be disrespectful. And it goes both ways. Now, real quick, do we ever see signs that say, or memes, quotes, whatever, that say, like, you'll see the ones that say, make sure you raise your boys and teach them how to respect women. Do you ever see, make sure you raise your daughters and you teach them how to respect men? Let me know. Do you guys see that? Get in this chat. Let me know if you see that. Let me know if you see any of these types of things flipped for women. And yes, don't get me wrong. You will see stuff that's just very unisex. Now, one thing that I have noticed in my research is that a lot of the unisex or, comments about relationships or whatever, and this doesn't even have to be intimate relationships, but the reason I'm starting here is because this is what is giving us our views and how we view each other. Okay. We have to address this before we can move forward. I can't sit at the table with men and talk about reconciling and working forward and how we're on the same team if I believe all the stuff that I see. If I believe that all men that had, the group of single moms disrespect women. If I believe all men cheat. If I believe that all men are eventually going to be toxic, they don't value women and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So that's the thing. That's why I just wanted to show you guys some of this, because it is powerful and it is very damaging. All right. And even though we already have this rift and division, this is just adding fuel to the fire. And I know, like, we have some long-term goals, and I know this did not happen overnight. We will not be able to change the narrative overnight, but you never know. As we've seen in our country, there is strength in numbers when we join together. Okay. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't, but spread this message. Start thinking about this. Yep. So Scott said, if he flipped these, he'd be a misogynist. You definitely would. I challenge some of you all to flip these. Okay. Flip them. Have these conversations. Let me see. Yes. Let's see. JR. Okay. JR is talking, but see, yes, posts like this do drive men away. Okay. But posts like this are what people are thinking is reality. Okay. This is not reality. You have, let's say it's, young girls in their 20s. Okay. And young men in their 20s. They haven't, you haven't lived your life in your 20s. I don't even know what I was doing at 20. Definitely not I'm not the same woman that I was 5 years ago. Okay. But they are seeing this kind of stuff constantly. All right. And that is what they are believing. And like I said, it is affecting everything and creating that division. Even my boys, like they're young. But I remember one of my sons said, and I will never forget, he had a little girlfriend. She was outside of the race. That, that's fine too, whatever. But I just wanted to know. I wanted to know. And he was like, well, the girls that look like me are all angry and they have attitudes. He was like in the 5th grade. The 5th grade. So you don't understand. Like, it starts at home also. But I think it's becoming like a genetic trait. Like the anger and the bitterness and the trauma and the fact that we are supposed to survive independently and, us join together will do more harm than good. So you mean to tell me that you have in school these kids and they're already like, oh, she's angry. She has attitude. She talks bad to me. No, baby, because I am that mama. Look, I will put my hair in a ponytail. I'm gonna take these earrings out. And I'm like, because I'll be darned. I've been through a lot, but me and the fathers, we tried everything in our power to lift our children up. And I am not doing that so they can step outside these doors and have people tear them down. Okay. I can't control everybody, but also when it comes to men and women, no. And I want my boys to see themselves as kings. I want my daughter to see herself as a queen. And I don't want anybody else crapping on them or them to feel like they're not worthy. Okay. Or them to view themselves, for them to see this, because yes, they are on social media to an extent, whether it's TikTok or whatever. I don't want them to be bombarded with these types of views and this narrative and all of that, okay? Because it's just killing us, okay? For us to go forward as a collective, for us to win together, all right? Win together or lose apart, we have to address this kind of stuff, all right? And I think, was that my last one? I'm just going to check. And I didn't took my earrings out and everything, but I'm just letting you know the importance of us, building each other up. And let me pause this really quick and all of that. Okay. So that is what Same Team is about. I will be having people on here. Our next one is obviously next Sunday at 7:00 p.m. Central. And we're gonna get into gender roles, traditional gender roles. We're gonna get into that toxic women and men when it comes to relationships. We're gonna get into some of you guys. I did not forget the blue collar man and the disrespect of the blue collar man and how he is not seen as valuable. And blue collar men are the foundation. Okay, the people that pave our streets, that do the structures for the buildings and everything, the highways, the byways, the doors we walk into. My father was a blue collar man. He was a fireman and worked his way up and became a fire chief, a blue collar man. Okay, nothing wrong with him. We'll be getting into that. We will be getting into things with women. We're going to be getting into accountability. We're going to be getting into men as an accessory. A lot of women view men as a handbag. Okay, you just want him to take the pictures, to take the little cute, the marriage, all the weddings, all the marriages that happen, and then they're divorced before even a year. Okay. And yes, I am divorced. I was married almost 10 years, but the things people are doing just to skip the process. Also, I have a man coming on to talk about why a lot of men that he knows do not want to remarry. All right. So there is a lot of good stuff. It's a lot of uncomfortable stuff. The victim mindset, the blame game, the way women talk to men, the disrespect, how we talk down on you all. And I'm not saying that men don't talk down on women, because yes, some of you all do, but the blatant disrespect and belittling, like Scott said, and how our words are powerful and we use it to disempower men. All right. So in order for us to move forward, we do have to address the problems. We're not going to be here arguing, but what we're doing with Same Team, we're going to identify the problems. Okay. Like a mentor of mine said, people say you can, bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. He was like, but you can't lead a horse to water if he doesn't even know that he's thirsty. Okay. So this is a place, Same Team won't be for everybody. Some people don't like change. Some people want to be stuck in the pain, the trauma, the hurt, the back and forth, the toxicity. They want to be stuck there. That is fine. This is a place where you have to put your ego aside and where we are here to communicate, open dialogue, learn from each other, teach each other, grow, heal, and move forward, because I want to be on a winning team, period, point blank. All right. Thank you guys. Okay. Somebody said can't. And yes, if you can't make every live stream, that is okay. Really quick. Some of you guys have asked for more videos. I was just focusing on this. I just want to get this first one out of the way. And like I said, we laid the ground rules. Normally we'll just have the beginning, then we'll go straight into the topics and the callers and the interviews, one-on-one interviews I will have with people in the panels. Okay, this is actually my first time using StreamYard as well. But I did that because this is a show where I will be having all different types of people on, even licensed psychiatrists and counselors, all types of stuff, okay? And some of you all, I would love to have you on here, but this was our first one. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you all. I love you all the Judases out there. All right. I would not be here if it wasn't for the Judases, all the people that want to call me a pick me. Hopefully you can get picked as well. Thank you for tuning in to Same Team Sundays. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing week. Have a beautiful Sunday. Eat up some stuff, drink some stuff, and we will be in touch soon. Look out for some other videos and stuff throughout the week. If you are not following me on social media, if you are, go ahead and do that. You can always see different ways to support me. For those of you supporting me, whether it's monetary, whether it's just from being on here, whether it's from screenshotting my messages and sending them, thank you. The more support, the better, so we can spread our message and build our team. You know what? And if you know some people that would be good for this, go out and recruit them, okay? And I will be setting up interviews with people throughout the week. And we may play some of them. If they can't join on Sundays, we will play some of them and all of that. So yeah, you guys, we're just growing, and just thank you for hanging in there with me. There's no outro. This is the outro. All right. All right. See you guys later. Enjoy. Okay, wait, let me end this first.